Yo, guys, what is good? What is good? Um, Game week 3 is about to start. It's not really a live stream. I'm actually just going to be on for 10 minutes. I just wanted to take a look at my team and take a look at the guys that I'm competing with in the other leagues. Um, it appeared that one of the guys, Kenny, who's in one of the leagues I'm in, he actually hosted a space. It was actually quite cool to do that space with him. And there was quite a bit of interest. And I thought what I'd do this time out slightly different than just looking at my own team. I'd go ahead and spend some time looking at the league that we're in and just looking at specifically the guys who's in the chat that day to talk about their teams and the differences in the way they work with their teams. So the first guy I want to look at is a guy called Mega. Um, Mega is his playing style is slightly different than mine. Um, I'm a I tend to well, I never always been like this, but from recently, I decided to take a bit more sort of long term approach to my transfers. Um, I tend to see what the fixtures are upcoming in the next 2 to 3 game weeks and plan around that. I try to do as little hits as I possibly can in order to, you know, conserve my cash for, against for penalties. But Vega is slightly different. Vega is a guy that he plays for the fixtures. He plays for the players who's on form. He's not afraid to take those hits in order for him to take the step up. And yeah, I mean, he's got some interesting theories. Like one of it was, I mean, in this case, he's got a team without Haaland in here, um, in order for him to not just get Saka in, actually, Salah in, but just to be able to him to spread those funds out the entire team. So it's a different outlook on things, and it's quite interesting. But with Mega, um, what do I find funny about his team? But I mean, again, this is just the way he likes to think on it. He scored 75 in his first game week, which is well above average and excellent. And he did have Salah in his team, but he wasn't particularly happy with Rice and Ferguson. He wanted to jump on João Pedro. Isak also scored big in the first game week, and I think he wanted to try and get a bit of that, a bit of Mbumo. I don't know if he's actually brought Mbumo in, but he still went to go and do an 8-point hit where he got Diaz in. Took that 8-point hit, took out Haaland because he felt Haaland wouldn't produce him with much that game week. And yeah, he's not afraid to do something like that. He's sitting a few points above me. Actually 1 point above me. But now he's planning to bring Haaland in, and I'm actually interested to see what his fantasy progress looks like throughout the season with him being comfortable with sort of chopping and changing. So his transfer plans right now is to bring Haaland in, and he's got to make a choice between whether it's Saka or Diaz or Mitoma to conserve the cash, because I believe he wants to still keep Jao. I believe he wants to still keep Salah in his team. I think what he's going to probably do is bring in Haaland for probably Jao Pedro, because he's a 5.5. Dennis is, I think, he's sitting on he's on 4.9, so he can save some points there, and take out someone like Shaw and probably Eze, and probably bring a 4.5 in for Eze. So I don't know what he's going to do. He's playing a risky strategy of jumping around between fixtures, and we'll see how it plays out for him. I mean, I wouldn't do necessarily play that way, but he does have a decent team. I mean, from what I can see in his team, I think he just definitely needs to make one correction with Shaw being off now. And I think you do want to try and get on Haaland. So yeah, if he's going to take that hit, he may as well do it. He'll make his points back. The other guy that we looked at was Rockstars. Now, It's also taken a very measured approach in his game week. And my question to him was actually what made him bring in Isak in the first game week, because I tend to have bad luck with the Newcastle centre forwards. When I choose Wilson, then Isak bangs, and I choose Isak, then Wilson bangs. And yeah, he just felt he had a good sign about him. And after that, he's just made one transfer from 86, which is excellent, to a 53 game week, which just passed. We did one transfer, I think it was Diaby in for, I'm not sure who. It was Bernardo. Good move. Good move. I mean, he's got good, decent fixtures. And his team looks well set up. I think the only thing that I actually asked him, why did he bring in Trippier? And is he planning to keep Trippier, especially in the next game? And his answer was yes. And I found that very interesting. That he'll do that against Liverpool. They are playing home. And for me, Trippier just hasn't looked impressive. I know he's had a tough fixture against City, but I just don't know how impressive he is for me just yet. I mean, his creativity in that first game was banging. That's a good average to have. So maybe there is something I'm missing from Trippier that everyone's seeing, but I'm definitely planning to get on Trippier when Newcastle's fixture suit him. It's just I don't see it right now. Yeah, then the last guy I want to look at is Kenny, bro. Kenny is actually the guy who's running the leagues, and he's very passionate about fantasy football also, but his outlook on things also very similar to mine. We like to plan a bit long, but I looked at his team, and there's nothing high level wrong with it, but he's also got a couple of weird choices that he's made. One, Stupinian on the bench. His reasoning was that he already has Steele and he didn't want to double up on the Brighton defense. I personally have Steele in the team opposed to Stupinian because I thought Stupinian wasn't going to bang because he never looked really like he was doing it in preseason. And goodness, it cost me. He's got Kilman and he's got Wilson. So the thing about this bench here is it's so strong. It's a stupid on here. Wilson, it just gives you a selection headache because your first team is so good. But the nice thing about this team is he can take Shaw out this round, save the transfer, and capitalize on next week. He's got a decent team. I think he's already done his transfer, and you guys are gonna laugh at this one. He's taken out Gakpo and brought in Ketia. Um, we'll have to see how that works out. We'll have to see how it works out. But you know, he captained Gakpo against in the past game week now. Was it against Bournemouth at home? And that's not a bad call actually. But yes, never entirely played off. So interesting moves here all around. Okay, so my team for this upcoming game week is, I think we've seen it from last time. I haven't made any changes. I don't plan on making any changes. My only possible change that I'll do, and I'm strongly considering it, is Haaland triple captain. I mean, I know he had no returns last week, but there was like 5, 6 opportunities put on a platter for him. A lot of the people have told me not doing it because I should wait for what's him to come back, the Bruyne to come back, who can provide him with assist potential. But I just still felt that it was just not his day. I mean, I had City supporters telling me that Sham, he wasn't that good actually. It looked good. He's not very good when you have to put him into space and he has to shoot, or he has to take 2 or 3 touches and put him shoot. But I don't know, man. I'm so tempted to do that. I always get triple captains wrong. So for me, getting it wrong now again won't be a problem. But yeah, man, I just don't know what the future is going to look like for City, because when it comes to double game weeks with City, they tend to rotate, crazily rotate. Right now, there's no rotation. I'm almost certain this guy's going to start. I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do a triple captain on Haaland now. And then the rest of my team looks solid. I'm quite happy with my team. There's question marks from a lot of people around Asasi and Chilwell. I mean, these guys, they have the best possible fixture they have within the first 5 game weeks, I think, 5, 6 game weeks. Bournemouth are starting to pick up form. Forest, I think, is starting to look like a decent outfit. So across all of that fixtures now that you can see in the dial there, I think Luton is the best fixture. So why not capitalize on those Chelsea assets? Romero's been excellent for me. Scored a goal in his first game. He had returns in every game. Picked up a clean sheet against United. Saliba's banging. Assist and 2 bonus points on the game after. Saka's the only question mark. And then you've got the United guys. So vice captain for me, I'm not really too really bothered on it. I'll leave it on Saka just because uh, Arsenal are on slightly better form than United. And yeah, quite happy with my team. I'm gonna activate that triple captain. Bench vibes look. Oh, Darwin drop by another point. Oh, killer. Oh, that's deadly. I've got to make up points now for that. So yeah, I decided to keep Darwin in because because he already dropped in price by 1. Seems like he now dropped in price by 2, which is crazy. Rashford, he was also on a massive downer when it comes to transfers out. He still seemed to have all his value. So this is the last game he needs to bang. And yeah, the rest of my team is looking okay. So that's how it looks now into the game week. We see how it develops. Darwin, come on, son. Hopefully you can do something to redeem yourself. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's it. Very quick one, very short one. And guys, enjoy your streams. Hopefully you guys enjoy your days too, man. Cheers, guys. Bye.